let's talk about AI and how it's
Ooh.
how it's affected your job, like in a good way, I'm sure. And also probably in a bad way where people are like, well, you can just AI it, right?
That's always a funny thing with any kind of creatives and any kind of anything, especially in like, especially being, video editor and any kind of creative. But it's just like a lot of times people always just think there's a magic button for anything, or like that shit's just like, oh, can you get that to me by, in 38 minutes? It's like, fuck, you just told me what this is. I don't even know, like, I gotta figure it out. We gotta open the program. What do you mean you guys open the programs? Like, can't you just press that button and just, so especially with video, I'm sure it's like, and I've edited a little bit of video, but nothing on the level of Tiffany. And it's
No,
like, we've
nothing on
always
the level
kind
of
of,
Tiffany.
it's always been like, well, shit, we need these 32 things and we need them, tonight. And you, whatever. And Tiffany's like, just smiles and like, yep, but fuck you, bro.
Every time Tiffany smiles, she's actually saying "fuck you."
Yes.
Oh, that. No, I mean, with AI and video editing, like, I'm still learning. I'm still getting into it. The only thing I've really used have been for, like, captions, transcripts. Like, that has been very helpful. That has gotten better over the years. Like, they had some version of it, but it wasn't that great. So I would always have to go in and, like, type in all the words.
Oh
or,
my
like,
God. I didn't know that you did that. I had to do that too. Tiffany's so overly skilled and overly qualified and everything. And so that like brings me some joy knowing that she had to do that same thing. I just thought like, oh, there's got to be a better way and I just don't know it. And I'm not going to take time to figure it out.
Nope. The better way was sending the video somewhere and having someone else type it.
Yeah.
And just...
Yeah.
And I think that's what people forget sometimes. There's always like, no matter what levels, skill levels people are on, all these things, people always think there's an easier way, or there's like a magic button, or there's like a shortcut to things. And it's just like, they really, some people have different skill levels than others, and some people have found some of those, whatever hacks, cheats, whatever. But the reality is it's all manual. It's all manual labor, and it's all like tedious, and it all takes time, and it's like that respect needs to be, shown, and the process, as fast as we're moving, especially now in life, like things take time, and we need to like be able to appreciate that and just realize that, for any of you fuckers out there that are about to give somebody an assignment tonight, it's just not just due tonight just because you came up with it today and you guys need it all of a sudden tonight. That's another thing too. And these deadlines are all bullshit.
But I put it in the group chat.
Deadlines are all bullshit anyway. Nobody needs it tonight, no matter what. And there's always another thing you could put out in supplement of that thing, or just give people the time and the space to create and kind of make. And like, can find other ways to put multiple things or more things out. But I say it because it's like there's so many times and been on both sides of the table where it's just like, we need something now, but it's also like people asking me like, hey, we need something now. And it's just like, well, fuck, dude, I'm like nervous. I got to go back to my desk. I got to like think about it. It's like, you want it tonight. And that kind of anxious energy and things like that doesn't even help, especially, a creative to even be able to go back and solve a problem.
And they're just mad. They need to bitch about it for at least an hour.
Yeah, you have so much anxiety and you're nervous about it. It's like, you have to solve a problem and really get into the headspace of actually doing it. But then you also know, that deadline supposedly is hot, and it's like, it's due now, but that never really helps anybody. So I just think like it's not about the luxury of time, but that's where great producers kind of come in too. It's just like they always kind of make you feel calm. There's never that nervous energy. There's never that anxiety that kind of comes along with it. Like that's like the best types of mediators or producers or whatever you call it. There's no fucking magic buttons, and the skills that go into creating these things that people create is like, again, like should never go unnoticed and underappreciated, because it's not easy, and everybody should pick up the keys and everybody should open the programs and try it for themselves and realize, holy shit, like I can't fucking do that. That's what you do. All that shit that's taking me hours just to do this one little simple thing or whatever. It's like, or YouTube it and realize like sometimes you gotta YouTube it and oh shit, that video is 14 minutes of this person talking to me to tell me how to do it. Well fuck, I don't even have 14 minutes before the shit's due. Oh shit, I gotta find another YouTube video. Oh, this person's gonna explain that same thing in maybe 2 minutes. Fuck, maybe I'll watch this. Oh shit, they didn't really explain what I needed to. So like there's just process and research and time that goes into these things. And like again, I know like everybody's talking about AI and all that kind of stuff even now, and that's that was the question that was just asked. But even AI as much as it's helping as much as helping be able to put more things out faster, you still have to learn how to talk to it, or you still have to learn how to use it, or learn how to play with it, or learn how to whatever. So there's hours and hours and endless amount of time that goes into just trying to figure out which AI program or which one do I talk to and how do I do it. And it's just nothing is just easy, and nothing is just like, oh shit, just use AI and it's just automatic and it's done. And so that's why, even people that hate on people that are using AI for different things, it's a skill set. It takes a lot of time, and I don't give a shit if you're a photographer that does great photography, or if you're a person that does AI photography. It's equally as challenging in different ways. Whether you're going to set up the lights or learn how to talk to this thing to get the desired results that you want, none of it's really easy, and it takes a skill. So I think you just got to appreciate the different levels, which people are creating, and none of them are lower than the other, or none of them are cheats or whatever. Sorry, I'm fucking rambling. You go, but
go ahead, Tiffany.
AI is a skill set. I was going to say that too. Like, it is something that creatives should be using, even if they don't utilize it, just like how I want to say maybe like motion design is to art directors now. Like, I feel like a lot of companies are asking for art directors to know it. But back however many years, that wasn't the case. So like that might be AI in the coming years. Mm-hmm. Like, people, do you know Sora? Do you know ChatGPT? Like, hey, it's out there. It's free right now in some cases to like play around with. So it's like, why not at least learn it?
Yep.
Be a little ahead of the curve. So
yeah, it is definitely here to stay. And I think the only thing that I'm not afraid of, but the only thing that I've seen happen is that people do think it's a magic button, and so they get rid of a bunch of people, and they think, we don't need all these writers. Yeah, okay. We don't need all these writers anymore. We don't need all of these people to help generate like our presentations or whatever. And it's like, actually, you still need the person to input the idea, and you also still need people to like run through it and talk with ChatGPT. And you need those prompt engineers, and you need people that know what they're doing. And it's not as easy as it looks. Dave and I, we took a course, we got a little certificate, and we had so many learning experiences during that course. But yeah, it's pretty cool. AI is here to stay. It's only going to get better, and I don't think people should be afraid of it. The only piece that is annoying is that in the beginning people are going to get fired, and they're going to have to wait until people realize that it's not the magic button.
Yeah, because people are always trying to cut. People are always trying to cut costs, cut everything, whatever, make things more efficient, and all these kinds of things. And it's just like, the reality is like a lot of these people that make those decisions don't actually use these things. Right, or not actually doing it or using it themselves, and realizing that it's like, well, shit, I can just put 300 hours just in learning this one thing again. And like you were saying, Tiffany, it's like when art directors, sometimes we grew up as just art directors, and art directors knew a little bit of design, but there was also designers and art directors and video editors and writers and all these different things, and everything was a separate discipline. And then things as technology becomes a little bit I don't know, more streamlined, or
streamlined.
Is that what it is? It's like then, more people are expected to use more of these things, but then you don't realize, a lot of people don't realize, it's like, well, shit, that person that just does video spent years and years and years crafting video, and there's many programs just to learn video, and then art direction and Photoshop, and how many things that go into just that, or whether you're an illustrator or whatever. It's like, you could just be a master in Adobe Illustrator or Adobe Photoshop or Adobe Premiere. It's like, these things take years and years of development and time to craft and really understand and learn fully. And you never learn them fully because they're always evolving. And now all these programs have also implemented some version of AI within them. So like, you could spend, your whole lifetime within one program and still never master that one thing. So to think that you're going to get a person that can master all of them and do it efficiently on your timelines and give you the desired results. Again, it takes mass amounts of people, creative, passionate people to like come pull together to do these things. So I just think people shouldn't all rely on these things as magic buttons. And we'll be able to always create faster. We'll continuously be able to create faster and make more things and put more things out there, a lot faster than we ever have in the past, because there is some automation to certain things. But again, I won't say it too many more times, but you still got to learn it.
Do you want to talk about the real magic button?
What?
Tiffany.
That's what I'm saying.
Tiffany's a magic button.
I think, if you have the opportunities to, and it's not just like play, but if you have the opportunities to, find you a Tiffany, right? And to like, and again, that comes just with like, good, passionate people. When I meet people, it's just about, is this person going to be somebody that you want to hang out with, somebody that you want to surround yourself with and work with? And, when we first met, it was like, shit, I don't really know Tiffany's skill levels. And a lot of times you don't, even with just a portfolio, right? It's like, what has that person actually created in that portfolio? What have they done? Like, which ones did you do? Like, you can only ask so much in an interview, but then it really comes down to, a vibe. And does this person, like, shit, that person has some good work, they have good work ethic, and, like, just the energy that this person brings. And you can tell that they're going to be, a positive force, and they're just going to be just a bright light that just is going to be collaborative and wants to just get down and make things. And those, I would, and I'm not talking about any of us here, but like, we just watched a little bit of Dynasty.
Oh, right? Good. The Patriots are coming up. I was wondering when the Patriots would come up.
We just watched a little bit of Dynasty. It's like, it's true though. It's like, you always take, like, they didn't want Brady in the game. They didn't want him in the game. They thought, like, he was kind of, a bum, and he was, he didn't have the skill level that Bledsoe had or whatever it is. I just kind of bring that up because I'm trying to bring that up to all of us because I'm not trying to say none of us have skill or we do have skill or whatever. I'm just trying to say, like, you would take the people with passion and drive and the excitement and, like, that kind of energy and that pure, like, excitement to be able to do something or create over anybody that you would even think that, has this
that
skill
level
or comes from this pedigree or whatever it is. And I just think, like, even people out there that are listening that are trying to hire the next team member or build a team or do anything, it's like, it's not, just don't think about the skill levels on paper. Just think about the person that you'd want to surround yourself with and go to work and hang out with every day. Because if you can do that, like, you guys will solve some crazy shit together more so than, like, that one person that has all the skills that doesn't want to talk to anybody, or that doesn't want to, like, collaborate with somebody, or doesn't want to be a teammate, or whatever it is. And so if you can find those right people, I think, that's where you're going to really thrive. Because people solve shit together. We all need to, like, lean on each other, right? To, like, ask questions. Like, the amount of times I go inside with Tiffany, it's like, I've been doing this shit for years and years, but I'm like, how the fuck do you do this? Tiffany, show me this. Like, what are we going to do? Like, it's like, I don't know shit. And so if you don't rely on the people, you don't have good people that are willing to teach you and they're willing to, to school you on something, to show you something, you have nothing. And then so I'm always going to look for the Tiffany's.
Yeah, she sets the standard.
To solve all my problems and to make me look good.
Well,
what was the question?
Yeah.
Did I just talk for like 30 minutes, or did I give Tiffany a chance to say anything?
You gave her no chance. You're like, I love Tiffany because she just lets me talk.
It's the fucking Dave show.
It is.
I'm just kidding.
I'm just a participant. No, I got to speak. You'll hear it if you rewind back. And
Dave doesn't remember. Blacks out. Every time he talks, he blacks out.
I remember, yeah. It is funny. I'm like, what did I just say? And I used to be like that in presentation, too. I'm so excited about something. I'm, like, so excited about talking about things that, like, after I'm done talking, I'm like, what the fuck did I just say? What should I go play with today? What should I go check out that's new that you just found that I need to know about?
Just other AI tools, like, out there, like, for creating stuff. There was one, what is it called? I forgot the name of it. Something Cafe. I don't know. There's just, like, all these tools. I think Adobe Firefly just popped up. Oh, it's like a thing. I was using, like, Dolly, just to, like, poke around. I really want to get my hands on Sora, though, because that seems really cool. I don't know exactly. Like, I'm not going to use it for bad.
Yeah.
What's Sora?
I want to say it's from ChatGPT. Yeah, it's from OpenAI, which is the same people who did ChatGPT. Yeah, if you just look it up, it would probably be like the first thing that pops up, but it's like video from text, and it's insane. Like the video, okay, I don't know if you remember the video of like Will Smith eating spaghetti.
Yeah.
It's not way better than that now. It's like if they did it again, it would actually look like Will Smith eating spaghetti. Maybe a little random finger will appear, or like he'll be missing one, but
It's always a random finger. I don't know why they can't get it right.
It's always the extra finger.
They're like, why do people have these things? That AI is like confused by fingers.
AI is like, you could use more.
It's the same thing with us people with drawing. It's like drawing hands and fingers have always been a tough thing. We always kind of draw like off
the hand. Like, you always start with the ball
certain
and
things.
the hand.
It's like yeah, sometimes eyes and hands and shit like that are always a little bit screwy.
Did you guys all have to draw the ball for like weeks? You were drawing a ball.
Just the ball,
yeah,
shading the ball,
fucking ball.
Yeah, so that's why I never did good.
And they were like, keep going. I was like, I think it's done.
I was like, I got a fucking idea. I got an idea. Oh no, don't you? We're not gonna go to the idea yet. You just gotta shade that ball, and you gotta just make the ball. If you're doing animation, it's just like I was like, I want to animate this or do this, and like just roll the ball across the screen. It's like, I don't want to fucking roll the ball across the screen. I'm trying to like fucking make this guy jump and do this thing and like sword fight. And he's like, you want me to roll the ball across the screen? For fuck's sakes! Oh,
Could you roll the ball across the screen?
I can roll the ball across the screen in real life and film it. That was another thing I've always did too. Like they always wanted me to do like Photoshop and all this shit in school, but like Photoshop this and do that. I'm like I can't do that. I'm just gonna like go and collect the pieces and photograph it or build it or like I did this thing once for like in school with this. For this homeless project, and I needed a trash can, I needed a big piece of paper, all this kind of stuff, and like they wanted me to Photoshop it. I was like, that's gonna take me hours and hours. So I went to the park, I stole the big trash can, put it in the back of my Toyota Avalon, fucking in the thing, drove it down to the beach, got this big ass poster printed, did this thing, did it all physically. People were like, this guy's just dragging trash cans around downtown San Diego and at the beach and all this shit. And then I brought the trash can back like a week later that I stole from the park, did the whole project physical and photographed it, but people wanted me to Photoshop it, but I was just like, it's going to be a lot easier and look better if I just actually go do it. So if I was going to roll the ball across the screen, I would just like put my phone down on the floor, fucking roll the ball across the screen with my hand, film it, and then that's, rather than like, oh, how do I do this in After Effects or whatever the fuck, and like
you and me, we're the same.
It's like, I just got to figure out how to do it like, in real life.
And we still don't know how to roll the ball.
We still can't do it. We still can't do it.
Pass the class, but don't know how to roll the ball.
Yeah. I just saw a couple things that I saved in my saved folder. I'm going to send them to you. Oh, sorry. I cut you off, Tiffany. You were saying something.
I was going to say, you do know how to do it, though. The act of rolling the ball, that's the first thing. Like, I can go really far into that. But, like, animation in general, like, a good animation class or wherever, teacher will teach you to literally do the moves in order to, like, learn how to, like, then draw them. Mm-mm. This is why most animators look at references, like learning from something that's actually real. So like that's why I'm like, you do know how to do it. You know how a ball, how it looks to roll a ball. You know how it feels to roll a ball. Like
no, no, you're right. I guess it just comes down to like I don't know how to put the key frames key frames in the programs to roll the ball.
Let's get on to a different subject here. Tiffany's so nice. Tiffany, have you ever thought about being a life coach?
Yeah.
Oh.
She's like, you do know how to roll the ball. No, he doesn't.
No, he doesn't.
No, he doesn't. He does not. And she's just like, yes, you do. You can do it. My God. I feel like you do. Whenever she saes that, I feel like you can.
Yeah, I know. In my head, I'm like, fuck, I do know how to roll the ball.
That's why she's on the team.
I'm like, she's right. Yeah, that's why Tiffany's on the team.
That's why she's survived the pandemic with a job. They need her. They need her.
It's like, Dave's still freaking working. Like it's like whatever. Tiffany's just buttering him up, telling him he can roll the you can roll the ball across.
You can do it.
Like,
you can do it.
I'm not gonna go home where I'm shit on and said I can't. You can't roll the ball across the street. You don't know how to roll that ball.
I'm like, get home. Get home.
No, but Tiffany said I can do it. I can do it. Jackie's like, no, you can't. You don't know shit. You ain't shit.
Yeah, I'm the drill sergeant.
You ain't shit.
Tiffany's your life coach.
Oh yeah, that's funny. I did find a couple things. I will send them because I think I saved them in my Instagram folder. I save a lot of shit that I never go back and look at. But like I saw something yesterday with some like it's just like stills I think created in Mid-Journey. But like people have added like just that subtle motion like push-ins and like rotates and all these different things. But like and like the eyes that move on these characters and things. But like when you look at it, it's like you can see even just in that subtle little bit of like these mixed programs that are creating some slight motion on stills. It's like, fuck, this is going to create some incredible trailers soon. Or like, holy shit, that's an incredible trailer on its own, and there's really hardly any motion in the shit. It's just push-ins, pull-outs, and slight rotates or pans and this and that. But it's just like that little bit of stuff with sound and with putting these things together. It's like, that's a fucking trailer. Like, that shit's dope, and these characters are dope. And, like, holy shit, like, I think it was, like, some samurais and some things like that. And, like, fashion is, like, samurais mixed with, like, coral and different things. And it's, like, holy shit, it, like, just looks so cool. And I'm like, man, fucking, in a way, I'm excited about some of these things, obviously, because like I'll be able to, you know, create some trailers and shit too, without being able to 3D render this person and do this and how to make it move and all these things. So anyway, again, for somebody with the lack of skills, it's exciting to be able to, like, you know, learn in different ways, but to still get the same desired results. So fuck that teacher that told me I had to roll the ball across the screen and spend hours to keyframe this shit.
Keyframe.
Like keyframing nothing.
You gotta do it now.
No, I mean, even like you said, that program, like, I don't know if the one that you're talking about is in beta or whatever. Still, there's one that still is in beta. Like, but yeah, literally typing and creating. I was trying to, like, you know, use it the other day, and like, you don't have access to it. But like that thing, I think you're talking about, that to create the trailers and like text to video, like that shit has got to be nuts, because it's creating like legit. I mean, everything that we were surprised about just with Mid-Journey alone, or just with, you know, it's creating full on trailers and full on animation and full on like actual videos, and it's like, holy shit.
I love it.
Yeah, this one, you guys should look it up after this. Like, it's crazy. And honestly, I think it would be really good, a good thing for, like, I mean, advertising in general, because, like, I don't know, I've had many frustrating nights trying to find the perfect stock for this thing.
Oh, yeah.
Like, now you can literally just type it in, man standing on red truck in the middle of...
Yep.
And it's like, you got it.
Yeah. That's the shit. Like, that really is, like, the key, because I think, you know, to be able to find those things, like, I'd spend, like, 300 hours just trying to find that one stock photo, or that one photo that on Google that we couldn't even use, because it wasn't even, we didn't have the rights to it, or, like, any of those, like, any of those, like, stock photo companies or whatever. It's just like, this is fucking ridiculous. And those are the little things that make me hate my job, because I don't want to spend 800 hours finding that one photo that I have the vision in my head and I can see it, but I can't actually get it, because, you know, I have to cobble this Photoshop thing together or whatever. So yes, I appreciate those things, and I can't wait to just type exactly what I'm thinking. It just appears.
No,
the magic button, ladies and gentlemen.
No, the task, dude. Like, the task of, like, when you're doing even a pitch deck,
yeah,
and you were looking for... Okay, so Dave still has to get out of the bad habit of looking for stock, because we were working on Pine House together, and you were like, okay, I need some ideas, and I'm on Pinterest, and I'm on this, and I'm Googling ideas for what this should look like, and I was like, just put it in Mid-Journey, what you want it to look like, and right away he's like, oh, that's perfect, okay.
Yeah, I was like, no, it's not going to give me what I want. It's not, I have something in my head that I want, it's not going to give me what I want, and then I typed a few out, and I was like, shit, that's pretty fucking dope, that's way better than what I was thinking, actually, like, let's just go with that. She had full-on pine trees inside the building, and they were huge, and they were, like, grand, and the lighting was beautiful, and I was like, that's the design of the restaurant, fucking shit. Fuck that stock image of, like, having the one tree
Fuck
separately
the real world.
from the yeah, it's just like, man. Anyway, we could go on for hours.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us. Is there anything that you want to end with? Anything you want to say?
I really enjoy these podcasts. I'm not really a podcast person either, so yeah, keep these up. This is amazing, and I like now that there's guests, and like, you know, being a guest as well, and I'm excited to see what comes up next.
Thank you for joining. It was awesome. We love chatting, and we'll have to chat off camera a little bit again here soon. Catch up again. The last time we did it was a pigeon interview, which was awesome, and your interview was awesome, and it's in there. It's fucking cool. And but I know we talked about some other stuff too, potentially animations and some things like that. So now that Jackie now that Jackie snagged you and got you on and stuff, I know that there's, you know, we're a little bit behind on certain things, but we're still jamming, and it's turning out awesome.
Wait, what's the code word for your mom?
What's the code word for my mom? Oh shit.
What's the code word for your mom?
What's the code word from you? What's the code word from my mom? The code word today is rechargeable battery.
Oh, wait. Why do you get so close to the camera?
Because he loves his voice. He loves to hear it. He's so excited. He has a radio voice.
This is why I said rechargeable battery today. It's sitting here, right here in front of me. I had nothing. I couldn't think of nothing. So, Ma, if you're listening, rechargeable battery.
Look at him. Look at him. His honey voice.
This is my speaking voice. This is my singing voice.
All
I
right.
used to do that in freaking elementary singing class. Elementary.
All right.
Mr. Dyke. This is my speaking voice.
Goodbye, everybody.